All right, everyone. This is week 3 of me doing the GAPS diet, which is like gut and psychology syndrome or gut and physiology syndrome. I was doing this just because I feel like I need a lot of help in the gut health department. And it is very true because I did a GI map recently with my sister and I just got the results. We'll be doing a full video about my results from my GI map, but let's just say that it's not in my head of why I'm having a hard time losing weight, why I'm bloated from everything, and why I feel like my gut health is just not good. So we will talk about that in another video, but this is just me eating meals for a week with just trying to eat as healthy as possible following that GAPS diet. I actually have 3 other videos because I have one video of me prepping before I started doing this, and then I have 2 other weeks of what I eat. But I started with the intro phase and I've been working my way through the stages. So my first week was just pretty much all soups, and I have been slowly incorporating more and more foods every single week. So I think in this video, I'm in stages 4 and then maybe 5. I don't have as good results as I did the first week, and I will explain more about that in my GI map video. Long story short, I am just reacting to pretty much every food that I'm eating just because my gut is so leaky. So I was dropping so much weight in week 1 because I was only eating a couple foods and I was drinking a ton of broth, and it gave my body just a break from digesting and reacting to all the foods. Now, even though I'm eating so healthy, like as you guys can see, I mean, I have burgers that are made with Wagyu, like grass-fed Wagyu beef from Costco, onions cooked in a bunch of grass-fed ghee, and then I have avocado and avocado oil mayo, and then tons of ferments. So like I am eating extremely healthy, but the weight loss has stopped. I am bloated again and I'm tired again. Another thing is I do end up getting COVID at the end of this video. So that definitely didn't help me at all. But, I was keeping on with the diet. Here I'm just making some of those like squash pancakes, and I have it with some soft-boiled eggs and some ghee and a little bit of honey. The nice thing is I am still down weight from when I first started. I'm hoping to be able to continue that now that my sister's going to be having me on an actual protocol with lots of supplements. I do really enjoy GAPS a lot. I enjoy a lot of the things that I learned from this diet. I have been making tons and tons of ferments, and I just think that that is so healthy and so great that I've learned how to do that, and that I have kind of incorporated it into just a really good system. And I just always have all these different ferments in my fridge or going on my counter. I also really enjoy that I have learned to heat up a lot of my stuff on the stove or in the oven. And so that has been something I would just always like reheat leftovers in the microwave. And I would say that 99% of the stuff that I've been eating over the last 3 weeks, well, 4 weeks where I'm talking right now, I have heated it all up on the stove or in the oven. And I never am like anti-microwave, but they do say that you preserve more nutrients in your food if you heat it up not in the microwave. And so I just enjoy the fact that I'm actually getting more nutrients out of my food, especially since with my leaky gut and bad digestion, I am not really taking a lot of nutrients out of the food to begin with, so whatever I can get is good. I'm making a beef cabbage soup. I actually did really enjoy making all the soups in like weeks 1 and 2 because I didn't have to think about what to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's definitely harder now that I am eating different foods because I have to kind of be like, okay, well, like, what am I making for breakfast? What am I making for lunch? I mean, I'll eat leftovers and stuff, but I decided to make like a big pot of the beef cabbage soup, and then I actually ate it for breakfast the next day. And that was just easy because, I'm trying to get Alice breakfast and get her something, and she wants me to hold her in the mornings a lot of the time. And it's just nice to like throw on a little pot of soup to heat up while I'm getting her breakfast ready. And then that way we can eat more together instead of me trying to make a special meal for me and then make her maybe part of my special meal, and then also, whatever she's eating currently. On this day, I was kind of doing like what I've seen on TikTok before with the egg flights. So I kind of soft boiled some eggs, and then I did avocado oil mayo and mustard, and I put my fermented pickles on it. And this was really good. So that's like what I ate, was eggs with all that on it. And then I had some honey with the raw milk yogurt that I made. You probably saw me strain it at the beginning of this video, and that just helps with making it like more Greek yogurt. And then I've been using the whey in ferments that I've been doing. And so I think there's only one ferment I'm doing in this particular video, but then my last video that's going to be coming out next week for week 4, I actually did a bunch of ferments. So I'm excited to show you those. Right now, I am doing a roasted chicken with carrots and onions, and then I put some lard, and it's going to have lemon and thyme. And this was really good. I actually really love making roasted chickens. I just find, like, whether I spatchcock them or do it like whole roasted, there's just something about it that I love. I love the way it smells when you're cooking it. I love how easy it is. I love how then you can make broth later, which is what I did do with the carcass. I ended up putting it in the slow cooker overnight, and then I had broth and I had chicken for future meals or just leftovers. So I really like roasted chicken, but I'm making some ginger fermented carrots. Now these are going to take a couple weeks to be ready, so I'll probably just have to tell you about it in a different video, what they taste like. But I was using my whey, which is like the leftover from the yogurt after it strains, and then it had salt, ginger, and filtered water, I think. That's it. And yeah, they're gonna just sit on the counter for weeks. Here's my chicken. I squeezed the lemon over top. It was so incredibly good. And then day 19 was actually the last day before I got COVID. And so it was kind of a rainy day, and it felt like fall because I believe this was like the last day of August or something. And I decided to make pumpkin pancakes. So it's the same pancake that I've been making with the eggs and the almond butter, but instead of using zucchini squash, I used organic canned pumpkin. And then I do a little bit of salt, soak them in ghee, and then I top them with raw honey and cultured cream. And they're really good. Like, they really hit the spot. I think I added some like cinnamon too in here. And then I made a like healthy coffee. So it was the decaf organic coffee mixed with some ghee and the egg yolk, like Russian custard mixture that I've been doing the last couple weeks. I'm not loving this decaf organic that I got. And as soon as I'm done with Gaps, like, I am definitely just going back to regular coffee because I just want to enjoy it, I don't want to make all these fancy concoctions just to say that I'm having a little bit healthier coffee. I would rather just have the real thing and enjoy it with like my cream, So anyway, here I am. I was like straining the stock that I made overnight. That was from the carcass from the dinner. And then I was I was getting my kombucha ready because, it was ready and I was bottling it up so I could do the second ferment and flavor it. And then I got another batch going. And that's just something I've learned is as soon as I have a batch ready to get another batch ready, since it takes sometimes days and weeks for something to ferment. And it's been working really well. So we usually have enough kombucha for the week, or maybe, 10 days. It takes about that long for my next batch to be ready. So here I am. I'm doing kiwi and ginger as a flavor in these. It is so good. That was a really, really good combination. I mean, I just love ginger kombucha to begin with, but it's crazy how much flavor you can taste, like just putting a little bit in there. So those are going to sit for a couple more days before I put them in the fridge. And then it looks like I just had leftovers of the beef and cabbage soup with some olive oil because I'm allowed to have olive oil now, and of course my fresh garlic. And then it looks like I had leftovers again that day, which was the chicken and carrots from the night before with some ghee in there. Then I got COVID. I woke up Saturday and I was in bed all day long. Now, Alvin actually had COVID first later on in the week, and then Alice got a mild form, and then I finally got it, and I was definitely down for an entire day. So Alvin made this shepherd's pie because I had just gotten groceries and had already meal planned like the Gaps food I was going to make that week. So he was able to follow the recipe and make the shepherd's pie, which was mashed cauliflower on the top and ground beef, peas and carrots and just like garlic and onions. Then this is the next day. I was able to get up, but I was going to try and eat a little bit more today. So these are the 𝒐𝒐 chicken apple sausages. I get them at Costco. They're really good and they have really good ingredients. And I'm actually able to incorporate cooked fruits now, and I'm going to be moving on to raw fruits. So I figured the cooked apples in them was going to be good. And then Alvin made salmon patties with a lemon pesto. That was from a Gap's cookbook. And then we had leftovers for dinner. But I'm struggling with COVID a lot, especially in the next video that you'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.